God is going to expect you to walk by faith concerning those things that he has promised you. He is expecting you to come to a place of faith where you believe him to perform the things that he has spoken into your life. And faith is a very critical issue. It's a very important thing. You've heard me say many, many times that faith is the currency of heaven. And so if we lack faith, we are going to lack a manifestation of all the things that God desires to do in our lives. In the elementary stages of your relationship with God, because he is so gracious and because he is so loving toward each of us, he will just do certain things in our lives simply because he loves us. And there are some blessings that he will just begin to pour out into our lives because he is merciful, because he is gracious, and because he is just an amazing God. But as you continue to grow in your relationship with God, as time passes by, as the years begin to add up, there comes a point in the relationship where God wants you to come to a place of spiritual maturity where you begin to exercise your faith and release your faith for the very things that God has communicated with you about. And that's what we want to talk about tonight, because it's still not a natural thing for us to always walk by faith. And so we have to understand the mechanics of faith and how do we come into the realm of faith to where it pleases God, and certainly to the point to where we can begin to walk out the destiny that God has for us. Because in order for that to happen, it is going to take faith. Now, the first thing that I want to talk to you about as we begin to get into this is the Apostle Paul is writing to the church at Rome, and much of the writing that he does in the book of Romans, he is writing to the Israelites, he is writing to the Jews, and he is writing to the Gentile nations as well. And he wants us to understand that the message of righteousness and the gospel message that has been preached by himself and other apostles, that message indeed has been shared with many, many Jews, and it's also been shared to the Gentile nations.